Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all the things that I've been knitting on over the past week. Today is Sunday, October 26th, and this is episode 112. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. On Ravelry this year, I am hosting a make-along where you can enter any of your scrappy projects. I have accessories, sweaters, and blankets, so head over to Ravelry and check that out. That will be linked in the description box below. Everything I talk about today will be linked in the description with patterns, project pages, and any other information that I can provide for you. Let's get started. Today I am wearing the Storm Sweater by Petite Knit. I knit this last fall, winter. I love it. It is a drop shoulder where you start from the back, you do the back panel, you pick up stitches for the front shoulders, you knit down, join the two together, knit further down to where you join in the underarm, and then you finish off the body and you come back and pick up sleeves. This is an all over textured pattern. It was super fun to knit. I love it. I knit this out of Knit Picks Brava. Their DK, I think it was Knit Picks Recycle Brava in the color Lily Flower or Lily's Flower. My project page will be linked in the description box below. Today I am coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie Dax. So let's talk about my finished objects. I finished my Halloween socks. This is my Momma Jess Knits Halloween sock set that I got. It's called Trick or Treat. It was living in this Klein Designs bag. Uh-oh, did I lose? Oh, there it is. Thought I lost the tag. It is Momma Jess Knits, and the color is Trick or Treat. And I ordered the single skein, and then she had a mini skein set with, I put those in here, the orange, purple, gray, green, and this is coming untangled or uncaked, with a second mini. So all of these colors came in the mini set. It was 5 20-gram minis, and it was also called Trick or Treat. And I decided to use some of the minis as contrast colors on this sock set, and then I'll make a scrappy pair out of what's left. I started at the top with a German twisted cast on. I cast on using a size 0 9-inch circular needle. I did 64 stitches. I did 5 rounds in the gray. Then I did 1 plain knit round in the speckled, and then I finished out my cuff, so there is 20 rounds of a 2x2 rib on the cuff. I did 70 rounds until I got to where I wanted to put in my heel. I put my heel in on the 70th round. I did a slip stitch heel flap. I did my gusset, and I knit 74 rounds, and then added in the green for the toe. And I used the Crazy Sock Ladies vanilla socks on 9-inch circular pattern. I was right here on the second sock last time I showed you. So I did get both of these finished, and they will be ready to wear sometime this week for Halloween. I probably will wear these on Halloween. We don't have school on Friday, but we will have our Halloween party and everything on Thursday. I will dress up. I think I'm going to go as My Little Pony this year, and so these will be perfect to wear at home on Friday for Halloween, for all the trick-or-treating that is happening. So those are finished, and these ones are going to be for me. And that was everything I finished. So let's talk about works in progress. The first work in progress I have is living in this Mountain State Stitches bag. I will link all the bag shops in the description box below. I am using some Knit Picks Felicini. If you have not seen already, Knit Picks put out their new fall collection, winter collection of their Felici, their self-striping yarn. So that is available. I think there's eight or nine new colors. I did order some. I didn't order every color. I ordered six. Ordered 6 of the colors. There might be 9 or 10 colors, but I ordered 6 of them. So this is the, they had Felici for a while, then they did one year where they had the Felicini, and the Felicini had smaller stripes, and I don't think as many people liked the smaller stripes like the, do I have some right here. The Felici has the thicker stripes. So I started this one on 9-inch circular needles. I used a German twisted cast on and cast on 64 stitches. I did 20 rounds for the cuff, and then I started in on the String of Lights pattern by Sock Witchery. I was right here last time you saw it, and this is ready for the heel. So I stopped because when I was working on them, I was not ready to put in the heel yet. So I stopped right there and I put them back in my bag. These are also knit on a size 0, US 0, and that is a 2mm. And this color is called Lemon Bar. Let me double check. Yes, Lemon Bar. And these are going to be a gift for my mother-in-law. So either this sock or my other socks that I'm working on that I did not work on this week at all will be shown next week. So that was that sock. Then I did work on my Musselburgh hat. This is in a bag by Kate's Randomness. Is it Kate's Randomness or Katie's Randomness? I can't remember. But I am using some ridiculous yarn. And this is the color Witch's Brew. And I am making a Musselburgh hat by Ysolda Teague. And I did work on this just a little bit this week. I was right here last time, so I had gone this far last time, and I did add a few rose. So this hat, I'm sure lots of you have seen this pattern before. You start at this end, you knit a big giant tube, and you decrease at the other end, and then you fold it in on itself, and it makes a double thick hat. So I think I'm going to enjoy this hat all winter long. I like purple and green, so I think this one's going to be fun. I can't wait to see how like all the pooling and the flashing and the striping goes as I knit this. So this is just whenever I don't want to think about anything, I pick this up and work on it. So this one might take a while. And that's the end of my small projects. The rest of my projects are all big projects. Let's go with this one next. This is the Maude sweater by Coco Amore Knitwear. I will also have her designer name up on the top. I finished the sleeve. I finished the first sleeve. And I picked up the second sleeve, and I am on the ribbing of the second sleeve. So I have two sleeves now, and then I'll go back and pick up the collar. This is knit almost like the storm sweater. You knit the back panel, you pick up stitches for the front panels, you knit one until it's a certain length, then you knit the other one, you connect them, you finish and join in the round and do some more textured sections. I think the only texture in this sweater and this sweater is this section right here. And it is also right here. So it's in a similar spot, but that's the only texture that they have in common. So I thought, I loved this sweater so much, and it was so potato chippy, you just wanted to get to the next section. This one has a lot of charts, and this one is all written, but this one has some lace. So there's this lace panel on the sleeves and the body. Mohair is making my face a little itchy, but I love the way this one is working out. Almost done with it. I am using some Yarn Bee in the color Unicorn Horn, and then I have Knit Picks Aloft in the color Cosmopolitan, and I'm holding these two together to make this beautiful color. I started out with 5 of these, and I have 2 left. I have this much left to finish the sleeve, and I bet you I have to cake up another one to finish the ribbing on the collar. So this will take 3 and just a little bit more skeins of fingering weight, and then this one of these is about, or 2 of these is about one of these skeins. Because I had 6 skeins of the Aloft, and I'm down to this much. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 skeins of the Aloft. and I'm down to 1 full skein and a little bit. This will probably get me through the ribbing on the sleeve and the collar, but I will need to cake up some more of this. And then there was a couple of nights this week where I didn't really want to follow a pattern. I didn't want to look at anything. I didn't really want to knit on socks because I was almost to the heel on all 3 of them. And so I was like, I don't want to have to put in a heel right now, because when I do my heel, I like to start the heel, finish the heel, and pick up the gusset stitches. And I was like, I don't know how much time I have, but I don't really want to, I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to think, I don't want to anything. And so I picked up my friend Megan's blanket. It's living in this Wyoming Knits tote. You can find the Spreadshirt shop where this is available in the description box below. Or I think on the bottom of the screen there's a button that says shop, and it'll take you there. You can get a tote bag or some sweatshirts, t-shirts, if you would like to support the Wyoming Knits channel that way. I will pop up a picture right over here of what I want this blanket to look like when it's finished. I am changing the colors a little bit around the outside of the blanket. I am going to use gray. So I am going to do a mitered square blanket, and each one of these mitered squares is going to correspond with a square on the pattern. Let's see. I was right here on this square the last time I showed it, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more squares. I think I have 7 more squares to go before I get to the end. Maybe this is going to be a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, because that is on the floor. I don't know, maybe it'll fit a queen size bed. We'll see how big it is, and then we'll go with that. When I get to the end with all the squares, we'll see if that's too big, and I might pull it out and start over, because there's not really a pattern that goes with it. I think it's a corner to corner crochet chart, but I don't really crochet, so, and my friend Megan loves gnomes and she loves blue, so I decided to make this blanket for her. I'm using Knit Picks Brava, and the gray is the color silver. I'm going to have, this one is denim. Then we have Solstice Heather. Oh, the tag came off of this one. This one is almond. This one will be for the nose, and then for the beard and the pom-pom and the snowflake, I'm going to use Dove Heather. So those are all the colors, and hopefully I can have this done for her before her birthday. And then, because I worked on that so much the night before, I picked up my Cozy Memories blanket again, and I put in 6 new squares that night. Let's see, I was right here last time I showed it on the podcast, and so I did 1, 2, 3, 4, Oh, maybe I had one square on there that I had done, because I did 5, 6, 7. I put in 7 squares since I showed it last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I only have 6 balls that I weighed, so I must have had one extra on there that I hadn't shown. I still need to go back and weave in a whole bunch of ends. I have kept up with most of the ends except for this last row. I think, let's see. Oh, I did get all of these ones done. I just have to do this row. The last row I did. It's finished. I should go back and weave in all the ends. I'm hoping this will fit on a queen size bed when I'm finished. I did 31 squares. I might change my mind and go back and do 32 when I'm finished. I don't know. I laid this on my bed at one point and it went from one corner to the other corner. It doesn't, I don't think it hangs over the side at all. So we'll see. But I want to get this Pretty Twisted yarn advent in all together before I start putting in my next colors. I have it in this, all the yarn in this tote bag. Let's see if I can move the camera so you can see inside. So there's still a couple left. These, I think these 4 are what's left to go into the blanket, and then I can start putting in all the other colors. I am using a size 3 double pointed needle, and I just put some stitch stoppers on one end, so it's like a straight. I don't know why I like bamboo needles for my blankets. I did pick up some Knit Picks straights, or Knit Pro Zings, I think. And then I decided I don't really like the metal needles working on blankets. So I have these ones. These ones are just some bamboo ones I got off Amazon when I was learning how to knit. Then after I worked on that blanket, I decided to pick up my Tilt Torch Knits blanket and work on that some more. So I have, I have put in the next color. Let's see if I can hold this so it doesn't make so much noise. So I started on the next color. This is color number 3, or 19, day 19 of the Tilt Torch Knits 2023 countdown. So I'm alternating between the 2023 and the 2024 countdown. And I'm in the purples and the blues. So, I think this is a free pattern. It's Lily's Scrap Blanket. I put in some stitch markers where I do my decreases and my increases. They kind of blend in, like the light ones blend in with the yarn right now. So I have 1 where I'm doing my decreases and 2 where I'm doing my increases, just to keep track of the repeat. And then that way, if I get to a stitch marker and I'm like, that's not enough stitches, or that's too many stitches, then I can go back and count and I can fix it within that section instead of going back and doing my second row, or getting to the end of the row and having too many stitches, getting to my, so you do your increases and your decreases on the way down, and then you knit all the way back, because this is garter, and then on the next row I would find a mistake, so I just put stitch markers in there so I don't get messed up on where I'm at, and if I do get messed up, then I can fix it in that section and I don't have to go back and reknit anything or tink back or pull back. So this is a long-term project that I want to get finished. I really want to work on all the blankets right now. I just want to pull out all my blankets. I want to get some of my sweaters done first, but I want to work on all the blankets. So we will see what gets done next week. I still have my Stephen West Melting Marl blanket that I want to work on. I'm not finished with the pink section yet. I haven't even gone through one full pattern repeat because there's three sections. So you do the first repeat for a while, the second repeat for a while, the third repeat, then you go back to the first. I have not completely finished the third repeat, so I want to finish that and keep going. It's right over there in the corner. I'm about this far into the blanket and I want to work on it and get some more progress on that. I'm doing like a rainbow fade and I'm on the pinks, and I want to get to the reds and the oranges because I don't have tons of red and orange yarn. I think that will go much quicker than the pink section, red, orange, and yellow, and then I can do green and blue and purple, and then that'll probably be big enough. I probably have enough green yarn to do a whole blanket in green yarn, so we'll see how that goes. I think that is everything. I didn't get anything in the mail. I did send out the prizes. They should be showing up Monday or Tuesday. I think 2 should be showing up on Monday and 1 should be showing up on Tuesday. So if you don't get those Monday or Tuesday, please reach out to me and I will give you the tracking numbers and we'll see what is happening with that. I think that is everything today. It is currently 3 o'clock, 54 degrees outside. It looks like it might rain today. We have got rain and a little bit of snow. All the leaves on the trees are pretty much gone. They all turned yellow and red and orange, and it was so pretty, and now the wind has blown them all. It does feel like Halloween. It feels like the end of October, ready for winter. I just am not ready for the snow. All the kids at school are like, oh yeah, I want it to snow, I want it to snow. I said, no, not yet. Not yet. So hopefully we can just have a little bit of rain until the end of November, and then it can snow. But I think that's all I have for you today. If you would like to leave a comment, go ahead and leave a comment in the description box below. If you have any questions, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Until then, happy knitting.